That should be Quake damage, right? I'm pretty sure Quake should knock out. Unless they have Quake of their own, but that doesn't knock out Dialga. No way it does. If it does, I'll be very shocked. It is Dynamax Dialga. Dialga has pretty good natural bulk. It is Quake. What is up, boys, girls, and everyone else? James Baek here, and today we are going to be playing some more Series 8 Stadium Ladder, this time with a new rental team. This team I've been showing off on stream, and I'll probably use it for one time on the channel here because it was a really fun team. I want to get better with it too because I think it has some really cool techs. For instance, Abomasnow with Assault Vest with Dialga, which was really good when the time period when this team was created because there was a lot of Torn Ogre teams, for instance, and this was a very fantastic combination, really hard for the Torn Ogre compositions to beat. Thundurus-Incarnate form, nope. Thundurus-Therian form with the Volt Absorb and Weather Ball, which is a pretty cool tech, and the Scarf Lando Eye to deal with Zacian, which I thought was a really interesting thing that I really want to try out in a lot of other teams. If you want to try out the team, it was created by Resu. I'll link his Twitter down below in the description as well as the code. It'll be available to, I don't know, whenever he decides to take down the code, I guess. But yeah. We are going to get started here, but before that, of course, if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, as it really does help me out. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, just make sure you're subscribed because of the fact that 45% of my audience isn't. So if you think you're subscribed, just double check. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you. And if you do enjoy the content, you do watch a lot of my videos and you want to make sure you don't miss out on the latest videos, make sure you hit that bell notification as well. But let's get started. Hopefully we get some Abomasnow action. Would love to show off Thundurus. Let's get started with today's episode. All right, we got Lorenzo here. Pretty standard team around the board. We have Whimsicott, Lapras, Zacian, very common with Incineroar, Landorus, and the Regieleki. So what do I exactly like here? Thundurus actually seems pretty solid. The problem is that Tailwind does kind of affect me in some ways. I'm trying to figure out what's my best potential answer to this combination. So Thundurus could be really good. I really like Abomasnow actually. Abomasnow can do a ton of work. I do love Incineroar because of the fact I can Parting Shot out the Lapras potentially, which would be really nice here. Trying to figure out what I exactly want to do here. I don't know if I want to bring Thunderstone this matchup. I really do like I like my Abomasnow if it can put in a ton of work here, and I think it definitely can. It does a ton of damage to my opponent, it looks like, especially like the Leaf Storm for the Lapras if I can sell it to Dynamax appropriately, which I think I can. I think I'm gonna go Dialga plus the Incineroar. I think it's a good fake out lead. Also, like, I get an Intimidate off in the Landorus if they lead it. I think Feeny is a very good lead here. I got Abomasnow in the back. I do like this lead a lot in general, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Incineroar covers a lot with Intimidate. I like the idea of being able to maybe knock out the Whimsicott with potential Flash Cannon, and if they go for Geyser with Lapras turn 1, I could go out into... I can't go on Abomasnow. Ooh, that's a little bit of hindsight. So what I thought originally was going to be able to get a Flash Cannon off into Whimsicott turn 1, so I didn't have to worry about Fake Tears pressure the following turn. There's a little bit of a problem with that. The Whimsicott's going to be annoying. We'll see how this goes. We will see what lead here. Lapras Whimsicott. Okay. Not too surprised. Do I want to Dynamax right away? I kind of want to Dynamax right away. I'm not really too worried about their setup, I think, in general. I don't want a Life Orb Geyser since I feel like Lapras is probably going to be the Life Orb holder, I'd assume here. I do want a potential Quake into the Whimsicott. I don't know if they go for Fake Tears Resonance turn 1. Or Taunt. Taunt could come out here potentially. They might be scared of Trick Room. Yet, I don't know. Is it worth it for me to go on the offense here? I feel like losing Incineroar would be really bad here in general. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go for the Quake here. Check out for the Steel Spike in a Whim. I feel like Quake immediately is fine in a Whim, and I think going out into Feeny isn't the worst play because there's a chance they go for the Geyser into Incineroar. There's a chance they go for the Dynamax and go for the Resonance in the Dialga turn 1, and I don't really like losing in a bunch of situations like that. So we'll go for the Quake here into the Whimsicott, and we'll go out into Feeny, which I think is a decent mid ground. It covers for it pretty much covers for a lot, except okay, Whimsicott switches out, which is fine. I don't mind that. Zacian, that is so good for me. That would have taken Steel Spike. Well, they might have been worried about fake out Steel Spike, but that works out amazing in my favor actually, because I'm able to get a big Quake off into Zacian, and I can Steel Spike to Zacian the following turn. That's a restricted. I don't really mind dealing with Lapras. I gotta be worried about being a bit too predictable with resonance and stuff, but absolutely phenomenal first turn here. Let's see what the Lapras does. Are we faster than Lapras? Oh, we're actually faster than Lapras, or did Lapras go... Is it a slower Lapras? I mean, the Dialga shouldn't be too fast. It's not really that fast on this team. I'm guessing the Lapras doesn't have like max speed. I wonder what's aimed to outspeed then. Because I don't think the Dialga hits like a speed stat that outspeeds Zacian and Calyrex at +2, but who knows? We are going to see the Lapras Gigantamax here, which is perfect. This is the ideal position right here because now I'm going to be able to go for the Quake into Zacian, which is already fantastic if I can get the Quake off. Quake into Zacian is really good, and I get it before the Aurora Veil too, which is phenomenal actually. Let's see. Where are they going to go for? Because I can heal pulse my Dialga at the late stage of the game. I also get a +1 speed death boost with both my Pokemon here, so I'm in a phenomenal spot. Oh, just barely missed out the knockout on Zacian, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. That's a good spot to be in. As let's see what the Lapras is going to go for. Going to be the Geyser into the Incineroar, so no Veil up for this turn. Fantastic, as I see the Geyser. Feeny takes that wonderfully, and that is basically the perfect turn one. I got a few plays I could go here. It's Life Orb Lapras too. Ooh. So the Zacian's in range of Hail, which is actually pretty nice here. I don't know if they Geyser again because they might try to predict Incineroar this time. I do like the idea of going for... Do I go for Steel Spike here? It covers a Lando, and there's a chance they go Lando here, but they might not have Lando. They might have Incin instead. So, I feel like you should have Incin, right? Or should I just Quake? Steel Spike's a very fair mid-ground because it covers Whimsicott and it covers Lando. The only thing Steel Spike doesn't cover is Incin. I think I'm just going to Quake here, though. I think Quake and... I think Heal Pulse is probably a safe play. Yeah, I like Heal Pulse in the Dialga. I don't need damage on Lapras because it's not like too important right now, especially like just trying to chip away Lapras. I'm worried about close combat. We're going to see the Zacian retreat here. Going to be that Whimsicott. Okay. Did I go for Steel Spike or did I go for Quake? I feel like I probably went for Quake. Yeah. All right. Works out. I almost went for Steel Spike, but that's okay. If it's a Jax button, this still works out. I get a good amount of points into that Whimsicott, break a potential Focus Sash. And next turn, I'll go for Steel Spike and be in a phenomenal spot. The reason I went for Heal Pulse is I was really worried about +1 close combat or Sacred Sword doing a ton of damage. We're going to see Geyser. They do try to predict the Incineroar, looks like. Probably into the Feeny slot. Yep. I had a feeling they would try to call that. I really did. So they tried to get into a position where they would be able to do that. And I was like, I had a pretty safe position here. Even if they close combated, it wouldn't have KO'd Dialga. It would have activated Policy. So I was in a completely okay spot. Now I can go for... quite a few plays. Nature's Madness makes sense here. I could Gleam. I could do a lot of things. I think Madness makes the most sense because I don't think they're going to target down the Dialga this turn. They're probably going to Tailwind with Whimsicott as a sack right here, which is completely fine. I'm going to Madness the Lapras, and Lightning doesn't change anything. If they fake Tears Lightning, go ahead. I don't think I really mind that too much. They're definitely going to go for Resonance though, in my opinion. Resonance into, I say Feeny is probably the more likely Resonance target. They could target Dialga. The reason I think they could target down to Feeny because it would be a very fair play for them because there's a chance Dialga max guards here and then they wouldn't get the Resonance up, which would be really bad for them. But let's see. Resonance going to come out. Yep, they did target Feeny. Excellent. And I think that's a very fair play. They want to guarantee Resonance because they're already super behind in this game. They already took a lot of health with Zacian. The Lapras kind of needs to be bulky as much as possible because they already lost so much HP in the game, so they want to guarantee Resonance. But right now, I'm in a commanding spot because I'm able to get Steel Spike off. Goodbye, Whimsicott. It might matter against the Zacian. It really just depends, I think, if it's Sacred Sword or close combat. But overall, this is a phenomenal spot right here. Goodbye, Whimsicott, as Nature's Madness is going to come out into the Lapras and, you know, get that nice good chip. That chip damage is really nice in general because it will affect it later on for Abomasnow Leaf Storm after maybe 1 or 2 more turns of Life Orb. Even under Aurora Veil, we should be good. So, yeah, we're in a phenomenal spot. Let's see what their next Pokemon is going to be. And Dialga putting in a ton of work in this game, which I really love to see. Ooh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I think if they have Landorus, it's still not Landorus is probably the scariest Pokemon. Incin makes it Eliki. Not Inc. Wow. They were really their only counter to Abomasnow was the Zacian, which is kind of crazy because they can't pick up a knockout here into Dialga. So I guarantee Trick Room up, and then Abomasnow sweeps. I'm just gonna go for the Trick Room, and I'm just gonna go for the Heal Pulse, I think. Yeah, Heal Pulse makes sense. I mean, I'm a +2 Sped Def. They need like a crit here into the Dialga. Ooh, they go for Eerie Impulse. Okay, so I'll be doing less damage. I can haze away if I really want to. I don't think I need to, though. Thunder into the Feeny. Okay. This definitely doesn't pick up a knockout, though. No way. Unless they crit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I don't mind that crit realistically. That's a free switch into Abomasnow. And I'm pretty sure that's game right here. Hail is up. Trick Room is up. I'm in a phenomenal spot with the Abomasnow because I'm able to go for strong Blizzards with next to Earth Power. Zacian can't switch in. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they crit. They can't freeze Abomasnow because A, you can't freeze Ice types. And even if you could, Misty Terrain is up. Fantastic spot for Abomasnow. The only problem is we're going to have to Leaf Storm in the late game, it looks like. They can't Thunder Paras either. Abomasnow could take a lot from the Lapras potentially, but you know what? I mean, Earth Power Blizzard is just such a safe play. I mean, I just don't see why I wouldn't go for it in this spot. Abomasnow's going to clean up house. They did not bring Incineroar. They did not respect the Abomasnow. And when you don't respect Abomasnow, this is what happens. This president right here is just a result of my opponent making these mistakes. Although, yeah, I think turn one just never switching to Zacian on a potential Dynamax. Maybe they thought I went in Dynamax and thought, oh, I was gonna commit to hard Trick Room or something. Yet I didn't really have to, and if I Trick Roomed, I don't know how much Geyser actually does from Life Orb Lapras, but I think it would have done way too much, and it was a bit unrealistic for me. All right, here comes Earth Power. Blizzard did do an okay amount. Not bad damage to Eliki. We are -2. Ice Beam gonna come out. Assault Vest Abomasnow should eat this though. Yep. Pretty nicely. And we're gonna see a Thunderbolt into the Abomasnow as well. Okay. Double up. That's fine. Abomasnow taking that pretty for 2 really strong hits. That's a Life Orb from the Lapras. That's pretty good damage. I can Leaf Storm now though in Earth Power. And assuming I hit Leaf Storm, I'm able to get a KO on the Lapras and I'm able to KO the Eliki. And then I can finish off the game with hail damage, or I can go for the Ice Shard. Either way, the Lapras already has a really tough time dealing with damage to the Dialga. And even if it does surpass that factor of the Dialga, I mean, if it surpasses the Abomasnow, which is the first thing it has to surpass, it is stalling on its own veil. So Flash Cannon will still do damage. Leaf Storm gonna come out, knock out the Lapras. And yeah, we're in a very good spot right here because now Blizzard picks up a KO and I can't miss Blizzard. One of the beautiful things about Blizzard, 100% accurate in hail. It's impossible to miss Blizzard in hail, like it's impossible to miss Hurricane in rain, which means no matter how much you have your evasion boosted, if they had a random evasion boosting item like Bright Powder, I'll still get the hit off and still pick up a double knockout here. And Hail is also chipping away. Hail probably just knocks out Zacian in this position, and Blizzard definitely knocks out the Regieleki. So Abomasnow doing a ton of work here in the late game. I thought Incineroar was going to be a little bit tough if they brought it, but luckily they didn't. And yeah, I'm wondering what I should do here. I should probably just stay in. No reason to switch out. They're both like super low anyway. So yeah, we'll go for the Blizzard. And that is going to be seen. They're probably going to forfeit. Yep. And Abomasnow. Abomasnow doing a ton of work. I didn't get to max it, but hey, it did pretty well. I think they messed up heavily on the turn 1 switch. I guess they wanted to, if they predicted Trick Room, I guess it kind of made sense, but it was such a risky switch. Even a fake out Flash Cannon or Earth Power would have done a decent amount to the into the other slot. I didn't have a reason to set up Trick Room. Yeah, the Tailwind. I think I could bulk it out if I max because Dialga bulky Steel type. And then I also had like pretty defensive switch-ins in general, so I didn't absolutely need Trick Room up. So yeah, I think if they want to switch maybe Eliki, I mean Eliki would have been worse, right? But at least you save health on Zacian, which I think was important. But yeah, able to pick up a nice win with Abomasnow. Let's see if we can get a second one. Maybe we can max the Abomasnow. I've maxed Abomasnow quite a few times, especially against Torn Ogre teams. Let's see. We'll move on to the second game and we'll see how it goes. Oh boy, Calyrex coaching? Ugh, that's not exactly a fun matchup at all. This looks tough. It does look tough. I do have a Dialga. I could... Coaching just looks really rough here. Alright, what do I want to do? I like Dialga. I think I like Incineroar. I don't think Thundurus is to play, unfortunately. Is Thundurus? No, because... yeah, Thunder struggles a lot here. I don't think it's worth it. I think I bring a Abomasnow so I can deal with the Feeny. And I think I bring my own Feeny because I definitely need Heal Pulse Factor, I think. And maybe Haze to deal with the Calyrex well. Although Thundurus is kind of tempting. It does hit a lot of my opponent's team for a good amount. Although I think Heal Pulse is way more valuable. Let's see how this is going to go. I think this matchup is rough. It really does look rough. I think there's Fake Out, there's coaching, there's Speed Swap, there's Trick Room. Just the Calyrex Pokemon is just scary. I think Calyrex is a terrifying Pokemon under the right conditions, especially since not many Pokemon can actually OHKO Calyrex. It's really hard to KO Calyrex, like really hard. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to beat this because I just don't really like. I have Dialga, right, and I can Steel Spike, but it's kind of tough when you could activate a weakness policy on the Calyrex and then it goes all downhill from there. So that's the reason why I'm really terrified, is because weakness policy Calyrex is really hard to maneuver, I think, in general. So let's see what my opponent's gonna bring here. Gonna be the Kartana plus the Feeny. Okay, is this Soak Stuff? Oh, it might be Soak Stuff. Okay. Because this lead kind of screams Soak, right? It could just be like a, that's what they thought their best lead was going to be. But, I mean, Kartana's not threatening me at all. Min-Speed Calyrex is very scary, though. I think I fake out the Feeny and I go for Trick Room always. There's a chance they switch out Kartana here and a Calyrex expecting the Trick Room. There's a chance I could go for Flareless, but I really, like, Soak is also really bad for me. So I think it's a better mid ground is technically to fake out the Feeny, I think, and Trick Room. Because if I walk into a Soak Max Overgrow, it's game over. If I fake out the Kartana, it'd be game over like that. Yep, they are going to retreat Kartana. Is this actually the Calyrex? Is this actually the Calyrex? Okay, it's a Lando. I don't feel nearly as bad because I can Parting Shot out the Lando, so not terrible. Although Madness would be kind of scary coming up. Let's see. We do get the fake out here. I'm not really too worried about Landorus because I do have an Abomasnow. I guess I don't need to worry about Feeny if that's my logic here as well. But I think it's okay. I think I just go for Parting Shot into Lando. And yeah, I think that's a pretty safe play. Because I don't think I need to take extra shit with Dialga for no reason. I need like Dialga healthy because dealing with Calyrex is going to be really tough. There's a chance they swap out Feeny too. But I don't know. Would they swap out Feeny? They could be worrying about Steel Spike, so it's not really a safe switch right here. Because, for instance, if I was by weakness policy Dialga with the Brick Break Incineroar, I would Brick Break right here and go for Steel Spike potentially. But, I mean, we're spot-wise, it's fine. I think the only way they could pivot is with U-turn on Landorus into Calyrex because Calyrex doesn't want to take an attack here from Dialga. Let's see. They can't really swap into Kartana either, so they would have to reveal Calyrex. We are going to see the Lando swap here, though. Interesting. They went hard in a Calyrex when I could have Steel Spiked? Alright. The only way I think this makes sense if you go for the Haze immediately with Feeny. You would have to Haze immediately with Feeny. So let's see here. I'm going to Parting out the Calyrex. I'm going to go out into my... Do I go out of my own Feeny or do I go hard in Abomasnow? Because Abomasnow puts on pressure against the Feeny with Leaf Storm. And I can also threaten everything with Blizzard switches. Feeny isn't bad either because I can Heal Pulse the Dialga or I could Haze Away Boost. Madness isn't bad either in this case. I think I go Feeny here. I know I'm playing a bit passive, but I didn't really need Trick Room to be in an offensive position. I needed Trick Room to be in a defensive position, so I don't really have to rely on getting getting all the damage. Oh, they went for Heal Pulse. Okay, I guess because Calyrex would have had natural bulk to live a Steel Spike naturally, because that's how Calyrex is. It's like a really bulky Pokemon, really hard to abuse. So, okay, what do I want to do here? Abomasnow could be a play. Incineroar could be a play. I kind of like Incineroar here. I know they're probably gonna... Would they Quake Dialga? I'm not 100%. I think just going for Nature's Madness into the Feeny is fine though, and going hard into Instant because I like the double intimidate factor. Even if they haze away turn 1, I don't think that's as bad. Is the Feeny actually going to be slower than the Calyrex? I guess that's a big question to note. It would have to have haze and that factor. So yeah, I'm going to Manus the Feeny because it doesn't really matter if I Manus the Calyrex in the position because they're just going to be able to heal pulse eventually anyway. So I might as well get rid of the heal pulse user first, and I think that's how I'm going to approach it. There's a chance they go for the target into Feeny because they might realize that as well. We are going to see a Dynamax from them. I'm assuming this is Quake. I know Calyrex does get access to Max Overgrow, and I'm not a huge fan of Max Overgrow on Calyrex because Max Overgrow is pretty underwhelming realistically, but let's see here. It's also very situational. I guess because there's Feeny in the meta and Kyogre will always be a Pokemon in the meta, maybe it's worth it, but I always found it underwhelming. Knuckle immediately, okay. Dang, Steel Spike would have been a great play. They knuckled a Feeny though, okay, because they want to avoid activating Policy. So this is fine. They're still at -1, which is actually pretty solid for me. And the question, no, I don't think they make that play if they're going to haze, right? I feel like you would always Quake if you're going to haze anyway, because I don't think you lose anything. Right? Because you would take the attack better from Dialga if I decide to attack there. We are going to see a Citrus Berry heal and Madness from them. Yep, Madness. Into the Dialga. Oh, into Feeny as well. Okay, so they're also worried about, like, they also have the same mindset as me. They're trying to get rid of this mon. But luckily I kind of baited them to use their Dynamax first. So now I can Madness the Feeny, and again, another Madness in the Feeny is really nice here. I think I could go into Abomasnow this upcoming turn. If they attack with Calyrex, I don't think Calyrex knocks out Feeny in this position unless they specifically have... I wonder if Zen Headbutt would. If a Zen Headbutt Max Mindstorm. I know they can't knock out Incineroar in this position. We know they're not Life Orb. I just gotta make sure I'm prepared for dealing with the Calyrex. That's basically how I go. The problem is I don't have the best ways to self-activate Policy. The only way I do is with Earth Power for my own thing. We're gonna see Knuckle come out into the Incineroar. Okay. Which is fine because I'm getting another Parting Shot off here into the Calyrex. So the Calyrex is always going to be -1 no matter what. So we're not losing too much here. Parting Shot. Nice. Gonna target down that Calyrex, and what's the following play they do? Are they gonna knuckle my Feeny slot? I mean, I go out into... Do I go out into Dialga or do I go into Abomasnow? Abomasnow's not technically a bad play here, but I think Dialga is safer, right? I do want to say Dialga is safer because of the fact... Yeah, I'm gonna go Dialga. Even if they Nature's Madness this slot, I don't think it's terrible. As I always have Heal Pulse as a way to heal up, right? So let's see. Pressure and Madness. I missed a Madness. I was trying to get the Flash Cannon knockout afterward. That's the shame. Light Screen gonna come out. Ooh, more of a support. Okay. How many turns? Last turn of Trick Room. I gotta watch out. Hey, my Feeny's slower. Unfortunately, with that Light Screen, I can't double up knockout the Calyrex anymore. I mean, double up knockout the Feeny anymore with Gleam Flash Cannon into that slot. So that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, I'm just gonna go for the Flash Cannon here, and I think I'm gonna go for the Madness as well. I don't think they're gonna target the Dialga this time. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Madness plus Flash Cannon, I think. Yep, I think Madness Flash Cannon works. If they knuckle again, I'm kind of assuming they're gonna knuckle, but they're gonna Quake this time. Okay, this won't pick up a knockout. Yeah, into Feeny. That's fine. Because I knew they wouldn't pick up a knockout. I get my berry back, and I can get a Madness off into the Feeny, chip away. If they Madness, that's fine. Doesn't change much. Heal Pulse doesn't change much. I can haze away to boost as well. So we're still in a pretty dominant spot. Here comes the Madness into the Feeny, and a Flash Cannon into their Feeny as well. And as you can see, the damage that Madness missed kind of sucked. Here comes their Madness, though, into the Feeny as well. Okay. I mean, I was pretty low at that point. The question is, can I get a Heal Pulse off this game? Is it worth saving the Feeny? I don't know if they're going to target the Feeny, if they're just going to attack here. I kind of want to start Steel Spiking up. I think if this is a position of Steel Spike, start setting up now. Because if they knock out the Feeny, then Calyrex is forced to target Dialga, and I'll be in a good spot, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the... Did I haze the special defense boost? No, I want to keep them at -1 or -2. So I'll go for the heal pulse, I think. Oh, no, I go for madness, actually. I want to madness the Calyx, yeah. More worth it than 25% HP. All right, so this is not an undoable game for sure. I still have a Abomasnow, which helps out against the Lando. Does okay against Cart, but I do have Incineroar for Cart specifically. So yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I do think this is a tough one, but I think Dialga can definitely pull through. I think Abomasnow definitely will help clean up. It's just I need very specific things here because of the light screen. The light screen kind of messes up my game plan. So let's see. Gonna be the heal pulse, which is actually I don't get that heal pulse play. They saw that I was faster with they were faster than my Feeny and my Dialga, so I'm able to get a steel spike up. That's pretty good. Maybe it's they didn't want to take the KO, but they could have managed my Dialga instead, because that would have gotten them more worth in that position if they didn't want to attack my Feeny, or if they couldn't attack my Feeny. I don't know what the last move is. We know it's Nature's Madness, Light Screen, and Heal Pulse. We don't know the fourth move, I believe. High Horsepower into the Feeny. I actually would have been actually no, it was better to actually get the KO there, because I got a free switch to Incineroar with the fake out. All right, here comes their Kartana. Yeah, I actually would have preferred to free switch to Incineroar. This actually puts me in a weird spot here. This actually does put me in a really weird spot. I'm gonna go for Steel Spike here. Okay, we know they're Quake, Knuckle. We just don't know what their last move is. Oh boy, I think I Steel Spike to Kartana for Chip. I think I do it, and I think I Nature's Madness to Kartana. No, I don't Nature's Madness to Kartana. I go for Gleam here. Man, I actually wanted that to hit. The Incineroar switch was actually a lot better because they get a beast boost because of this, and that's not exactly good for me. So all right, goodbye Feeny. We do see that they get a beast boost. I mean, I guess maybe they're gonna hit me with a super effective attack here. I'd imagine they do. I think definitely it's gonna be high horsepower or the close combat coming out, because I think they double the Feeny slot to try to cover for the instant switch. Yep, and that's what they do. And look at Dialga taking that actually really well. All right, perfect. That gives me a shot, chat. That gives me a shot. I can go for fake out next turn, and I can go for flash cannon this upcoming turn. I don't think the Calyx can knock me out -2 with close combat. If it does, that's actually broken as heck. But this Pokemon is actually insane with what it does. And I think next I go for fake out into Kartana, and then I go for Steel Spike here. It covers the Lando coming in, and it should knock out the Kartana with the weakness policy boost. So yeah, we go for that play, and then hopefully lasts. I think Abomasnow should be able to win against Lando, and yeah, we are able to pick up a win. Nice. Oh, that could have been scary. That actually could have been really scary. I'm going to try one more game with this team actually, because I think this team's really fun, and I haven't gotten to show off Thundurus yet, and I think Abomasnow is still a pretty fun Pokemon. But overall, that game, I feel like I got a lot of the turns right. It was kind of weird, right, positioning wise, because like there was some luck things. There was a madness miss that I had. There was the high horsepower miss my opponent had, and actually I would have liked both of them hitting, because it would have probably put me in better spots in general. Because what I was trying to do was get a free switch to Instant there, because I'd had fake out pressure, or I could flare blitz or parting shot out if I predict their landers to come in, and I might have done that, and it would have been really solid, I think, because giving Kartana beast boost actually made it a little bit scary there, because I knew that the Phoenix slot would be double targeted, because they would probably try to go aggressive covering the Instant, since Instant's a good switch against Calyx and Kartana. Luckily, I didn't really like fall into that, and I ended up activating my policy, which was a downside to them, and then like Dialga was in a really solid spot. But yeah, let's play one more game. All right, we got Jacob. Oh, I feel like I've seen this team before. I think this is a Japanese team, if I'm not mistaken. Colossal, not fun. I could bring Abomasnow though, and I think Abomasnow would work. Can I bring Thundurus is my question. I feel like I can't. Are they gonna bring Colossal though? I feel like Colossal's bad in this matchup, right? Because I have Quake on Dialga. I don't know if this team actually has Quake though on the Colossal, so I guess that could be a factor. I like Dialga Instant a lot. I actually not sure if I like Abomasnow or not. I do kind of like Thundurus a lot though. Damage wise, it can do a ton, especially to like Venuco leads. And it might take the Zacian hit decently well. And then I think I bring a Abomasnow in the back. I kind of like that because I think Thundurus Weather Ball is actually really nice to help against a Venusaur. I don't know if they're going to lead it, but I think it's okay here. And then, yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm hoping what I can do here, like, I think there are probably multiple different ways to approach, but I want to try out the way I'm doing it because I think I really want to show off the Weather Ball and Thundurus, and I think it's a good tool here. So Colossal lead with Dragonite. Okay. This should be inner focus, right? It's not multi-scale on this team. Intimidate the Colossal and inner focus. Yep. Okay. They don't have a good Quake switching though, do they? I don't think they do. Yeah, they literally don't have a Quake switching other than Dragonite. So I think it's a very safe max Quake here. And do I lose my Instant here is my question. I could sack one of the upcoming Pokemon. Do I want to sack it though? I feel like the answer is no, because I feel like the other mons actually do help out a lot, especially Thundurus. So you know what? I'm going to sack Instant if I have to. I'm going to Quake and Parting Shot out to Dragonite. We might be seeing an Aqua Jet trade here for like rocks into their Dynamax, which would be probably pretty ideal. I'm only doing this play. I'm Parting Shot out because of the fact, yes, I could get Fake Out Chip on Dragonite, even though I can't flinch to Dragonite because of inner focus. I don't think it's that big of a deal because I could reposition with Parting. If they go for Protect with Colossal or Max Guard, for instance. We are going to see the Dynamax Colossal. Okay. Pretty standard game plan, it looks like. We will be able to go for that Max Quake here. We'll be able to get a Spadef boost. And then what? They're trying to clean up with Zacian in game? I guess oh, I did lose my Intimidate mon for Zacian, so I guess I should be a little bit worried now that I think about it. Aqua Jet going to come out. That should be Quake damage, right? I'm pretty sure Quake should knock out. Unless they have Quake of their own, but that doesn't knock out Dialga. No way it does. If it does, I'll be very shocked. It is Dynamax Dialga. Dialga has pretty good natural bulk. It is Quake. Okay, let's see. Does it KO? I don't think it does. No shot, not even close. And even if they get the boost, I'm able to actually... Okay, so that's actually best case scenario because I'm able to survive with the Dialga and there's no rocks up. That's fantastic, actually, for me, because now I'm able to get a Max Quake off into their Colossal. That is a very good turn here. So I'm able to eliminate the Colossal and I'm able to get a Parting Shot out and I can go out into Thundurus. And then next turn I can go for like Weather Ball. I could go for the Instant Switch once again, I think. I think Instant Switch is probably the best. So yeah. I don't think they I don't think they respected the Dialga enough here. It could have actually been really scary, I think, if they took the trade for Instant, but maybe they thought I had a switch, which I didn't really have a switch at all to Rockfall, right? Because my other two Pokemon that I didn't bring in this matchup are Feeny, which Feeny does maybe takes one Vocalift, but it won't take it well. It'd be in range of any attack from like Dragonite, and then Dialga would still be taking the rocks or the Vocalift chip. So we go Thundurus here. Thundurus is a very safe switch. And let's see. I really want to draw off a Weather Ball into the... I really want to draw off a Weather Ball. Let's see. Is it going to be Zacian? If it's Zacian, I'm going to go for Quake into Instant. Or do I Steel Spike? Maybe Steel Spike. Steel Spike's probably safer. Because Steel Spike should probably KO the Zacian at +2, I'd imagine. Or do I? I don't know. Zacian has pretty high defense. It's 115 each. Is pretty solid with 90 HP, I think. That's close to say. But... the goal here, Grimmsnarl. What? I guess it is Zacian in back, right? There's no way they do this if they don't have it. I mean, there's no reason to switch out Instant. I need to Intimidate. I guess I Steel Spike. And I'm going to Thunderbolt for Chip. I don't know what their goal here is by switching. Oh, do they have a Jax button? It might be Oh, it might be Trick or Jax button. Okay, maybe that's their strat. I don't know the team. I only seen the 6 before. So, is this Trick? Like... oh wait, no, that wouldn't work, right? Because Grimmsnarl tricks the item away, but the thing is, the Grimmsnarl is slower than Dragonite, most likely, unless it's a main speed Dragonite, which I don't see. Oh, it is Trick. Is it Lagging Tail? I guess it's Lagging Tail. Who did it trick? Thundurus? Yeah, it did trick Thundurus. Okay. Okay, it's not the eject button trick. I thought it was like Aqua Jet or something. We got a pair on Dragonite. Nice, I guess. We're guaranteed to move first with Dialga. We're able to get a Steel Spike off into the into the Grimmsnarl, which will pick up a knockout, and then I can go Incin on the last turn because Zacian should be the last Pokemon guaranteed, and Zacian won't be exactly safe here. So if we are able to knock out the Grimmsnarl, we are going to see a Thunder Wave from the Dragonite. It's a full support Dragonite, looks like. All right. So assuming we don't get parried, I think worst case scenario would be getting parried and Zacian setting up, right? Probably. So my best play here might actually just to be Thunderbolt the Zacian and lose Dialga here, and I don't think that's a bad trade. The worst thing I think would happen is if they Sword Stance for free and I can't attack, and I think that'd be the worst. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna Steel Spike here and I'm gonna T-Bolt because I need to chip damage onto I need to chip damage into Zacian if that's the case. So we're gonna see E-Speed come out into Thundurus. Okay, are they doubling the Thunder slot? No. Okay. The close combat Dialga just survives. Oh yeah, because we're +2. All right, get a Steel Spike off. I don't know if this knocks out the Zacian. Oh, it actually does. Okay, I went for Steel Spike there. Maybe I should have just Quaked. Yeah, Quake was probably safer because I got the knockout onto Zacian anyway. I was just worried if they protected for some random reason that I want to Steel Spike boost, but I guess Quake was technically safer. Here comes T-Bolt into the Dragonite. Ain't able to pick up a knockout, but you know what? I'm switching out my Dialga. I'm going out into Abomasnow, and I'm getting the Weather Ball off. Don't forfeit, please. Let me just get the Weather Ball off. I want the Weather Ball off. But Thundurus actually did some work here. It would have actually done some work, so yeah, hopefully. I planned to Weather Ball the Dragonite earlier. Let's see. It's theoretically... No, I don't think they could win the game. Oh, but they allow me to potentially... Unless they call my Thundurus here. Let's see. They can't Thunder Wave para me. They can only knock me out. Let's see if they take the knockout. So I bring the Abomasnow in. I guess if they do knock out the Thundurus somehow, I'd be able to get an Ice Shard off. They do go for the E-Speed. As you can see, just not doing any damage. Wait, were they Inner Focus or were they Intimidated? Because the E-Speed's just not doing any damage. Oh yeah, because I have Steel Spikes up. Okay, never mind. Goodbye, Dragonite. Weather Ball, successful. Good games to my opponents. I think the team is really cool. I think a Bulldoze on Landorus Eye could be something to really experiment with, because I don't know what Psychic does. I guess for wheezing, to avoid Shuckerberry wheezing stuff. Because what? No, we're Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Stone Edge, Psychic, right? I think Bulldoze or U-Turn could be really cool on the team. But overall, I've been using this team on stream for a couple days. It was pretty fun when I had it, and I want to show it off for the YouTube channel. I think there are a lot of fun Series 8 Pokemon that people kind of underexplore, and they have their niche role. This was back when like Torn Ogre, everyone was using Torn Ogre, and yeah, Abomasnow Dialga was a really good counter because there are basically a lot of Torn Ogre comps couldn't beat the combination of Dialga plus Abomasnow. It made it impossible. We didn't find any, unfortunately, in this episode, but yeah, really glad that we got to showcase the Thundurus, which had a pretty cool role. We got to showcase the Abomasnow. I'm pretty happy with the episode. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please leave a like down below, as it really does help out. Leave a comment down below, share this video with friends, check out my social medias like my Twitter, Instagram, where I live stream, twitch.tv/JamesWBeck, and all that other stuff you can find in the description down below. But yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You get a lot of great BGC content, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll see y'all later.